worlds apart. It's fucked now, we lost in limbo. Remembering what you said though, and I asked you if we'd make it far. That one last kiss that they write about, my one last wish you could never doubt. I trust angels who fly away from you, and you told me that we'd never die. Gave me so many reasons why we were meant to be. Then she said no, 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 no. No, 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 you should. I've earned the cost and now I've paid it. Oh, no, no, no. Oh, please don't go. I know my face a memory erasing. Been a few years since I heard your voice, yeah. Lost a few here, but it's not by choice, no. Girl, I see your face every day when I look through my phone. Can't delete all these memories, won't leave me alone. Hit my blind side, never saw you coming. You were so wild, but no, I was nothing. And I'm nothing now, nothing's changed. You know I'm just the same. Miss you now, but I hope that someday you explain. That one last kiss that they write about, my one last wish you could never doubt. I trust angels who fly away from you, and you told me that we'd never die. Gave me so many reasons why we were meant to be. Then she said
Okay, sorry about that. Okay, hello everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate it. I had a little technical difficulties there. Today is July 27th, 2023, 5:30 p.m. on the East Coast of the United States. Did want to apologize if you hear a dog barking, if you hear the construction guy working in my house right now, or if you hear kids. Sorry, I'm not in my studio right now because I have family here visiting from out of the country and things are a little crazy. Good to see you all. So I named this It'll All Come Out in the Wash, right, Canduce? Because as we know, last night, Canduce showed Summer's clothing, showed her bag and everything. And that's right, it's called life. It's called life, exactly. It was a show, wasn't it, Trev? And, you know, I was on PG's last night. We were, you know, Kathy had talked about taking the stuff to the sheriff's office. We're going to go over some of that. But I compared something that Kathy took a picture of before and the way Candace showed it. And there is a clear difference that I am going to show you in a little bit. The difference between, in my opinion, I'll let you make up your own mind, but I think she washed everything. Everything. Um, and so it's been 2 years. It's been 2 years. And remember, they was saying they was having a hard time getting a scent. They found, I believe, a sock of Summer's so they could get a scent. Why did Canduce not offer them the clothes of that day? I don't think now that it's been 2 years, I don't think it's thinking about it this morning and last night after I got off. It's been touched, and they weren't, it's been, in my opinion, washed, and it's probably, done for. Pink bow on the bottom doesn't look like it had been through the wash, though. Maybe not the pink bows. That's true. Maybe not the pink bows, but who knows if, Summer had photos um, of her in the, around her head because they shaved her head. That's exactly right. Law enforcement can't, it would never work in court. It would never work in court. You're exactly right. Law enforcement can confirm where it's been, so it can't be used as evidence. That's right. Gwen, thank you so much for becoming a member, my love. I do appreciate you so much. Thank you. In my opinion, a lot of bows were sent after she vanished. It seems like, in my opinion, everything that these parents have done, not tried to help out finding their daughter, it just lets me know all about them. All right, now we're gonna credit goes to Kathy the friend on this. We're gonna listen to some of these. We're gonna recall some of the things that she said. We're all gonna be, as respectful.
But on to make yourself taller. What are those called? Stilts.
Could y'all hear that? I think original clothes hidden or destroyed, potentially. In my opinion, all this would still be at Kathy's house if she hadn't told it was there. Oh, well, yeah, and that's what Kathy talks about here. Could y'all hear that? Let me know, though. Okay, perfect. All right, here we go.
Stilts and something else. And she contacted me a couple times because Dawn was on her ass about getting that stuff. She came and picked that up. She got some pots and pans. Never once mentioned any of the stuff that she brought to my home when she moved here.
So after Dawn got out, Canduce went back to get pots and pans, stilts, because people who do drywalling and stuff, they do stilts, to spackle and all that stuff. So it apparently wasn't Canduce's, top priority to get anything of Summer's, was it? She never asked about it. Never asked about it once to Kathy. I thought Candace was picking up the clothes at law enforcement. Well, we're gonna talk about that, Lake Superior. Good to see you, by the way. We're gonna talk about that. Yes, Justin, I watched these last night too. She already picked up the polls back then. Yes, she did. This was not. She could have picked it up when she was there before, but literally pots and pans and stilts were more of a priority than her own missing daughter stuff.
including the picture that was in her car that's on my refrigerator.
D 9
So it's
months.
just
Thank you,
awful
baby.
uh
Appreciate you.
convenient that all of a sudden now. And like I said, I'm not going to keep her. This is her missing child. I would never keep that from anybody. But you haven't asked for it. You haven't mentioned it. I'm not going to throw it away. And I mean, so that's that is that. That is how the box issue came up. You know, I thought Nana and I had a mutual respect for each other. I respected her, and I thought she respected me. Um, it wasn't like I said. I sent her multiple pictures to do Summer's birthday video, which was 3 months ago. I don't know if it's still up or not. I don't know. Um, she's had that photo for 3 months. So, um, yeah.
This was not from today, no.
And I will be glad to take all of the stuff that's here that she brought to the sheriff's office.
Okay. So there she says that she's going to take it to the sheriff's office.
Sure will. I'm not going to Hawkins County. She can come to, well, she knows where my sheriff's office is. And I also have a serious question that probably everybody has thought about. Don dislikes PG so much. She lies so much. He hates her so much.
Okay. All right. So there's that one. That's a screen recording. All right. Dawn loves PG. That's not true. Okay. All right. Now we're going to continue.
People are. No, I did not know Candace before Summer went missing. I have went over that probably a million times as well. Okay.
I thought that was important because someone I had been watching in the past few days, I don't even remember who it was, said they thought Kathy and Candace met like a couple months prior to Summer going missing, and that is apparently not true. And she kind of explains how they met after Summer went missing.
Oh, some of them believe gel pens are an effective way to take notes. What the hell? What?
I think that was someone in chat dissing 5555. That's an effective way to take notes is gel pens.
Y'all are too funny.
Hey, Robin.
Today is her birthday. Don said you were a thief. Wait, I missed that. It's scrolling too fast, y'all. He said you were a thief. At least he didn't say you were a dumb bitch. Or a
No, let me find it.
Today's the 3rd, yeah. Have Mama thank you. What Addison and because I don't do I try not to do lives when tomorrow and show you we're able to get all of those put out, but anything.
Hold on. Why did I screen record this?
I missed that. Where did she go? Was she still in here? Because I missed that. And my battery's fixing to go.
Okay, I think I didn't mean to screen record that. Let me show you this one. We got a lot to go over here.
Little pile. Oh, I'm not dealing with your shit. I'm not dealing with the lies. I swear. You need to stand up, Canduce. I think you're lying to me and Don and everybody.
We know Canduce as good as that. Canduce can look at you, not even stutter, and lie to you.
You told Don.
Listen.
That it was in the back of the Suburban.
Oh. Okay.
And that's awful. That's awful strange as well, because you bitched and raised hell about coming and getting his tools that were in the back of that Suburban, but you not once said anything about the box, a picture, all the other stuff that's in my shed. You grabbed his tools that day. You grabbed your fishing poles that day. And your pots and pans that day. But you didn't ask about anything else.
Boom. Right there. Right there. That says enough. That says enough. Right there. How could you forget something of your missing daughters? The last things that she supposedly wore. No, you need a fishing pole and some pots and pans. Don't worry about anything else. Yeah, pots and pans to make her math, her mathematics. Exactly, please. There's a little bit of a pause here. Someone made that box for her, yes. Took time and love.
I'm going to speak directly to Dawn. Dawn, do you remember when you were in jail and quite a few conversations that you and Canduce had that she wanted a divorce, she wanted to leave. You convinced her you was going to change, you was, going to do better and all that stuff. She brought stuff to my house. So what is she telling you? What is she telling you?
Hold on, I want to see something right here. How do we know she's telling the truth? I call BS. This is just drama. LOL. Well, because obviously she didn't pick up the box. Kathy couldn't be lying on that. Obviously she didn't pick up the box because she just picked it up the other day. And obviously Canduce got her pots and pans and all of that. I've showed text of things where she's picked up, but we also have Canduce lying, saying that she went there to pick up the box previously during Easter, and she lied about that. Canduce lied about that. So it's, in this instance, it's not Kathy lying. It's definitely Canduce.
Is she denying that she brought all the stuff over here?
Oh, let's play that again.
Because does this look familiar? This was stuff to my house. So what is she telling you? What is she telling you? Is she denying that she brought all the stuff over here? Because does this look familiar? This was made for summer. And it's supposed to mean an awful, awful lot, isn't it? But it hasn't been mentioned one time.
Hasn't been mentioned one time, Kathy said. Oh.
That's Summer's baby bag.
Oh. Yeah, remember that? Remember that? So let's go ahead and show you a little bit about that. Let's go ahead and show you a little bit about that. I zoomed in for you guys and we fixed it. We fixed it here. 1 second. Okay. All right, here we go. Here we go. Where's it at? Where's it at? All right. All right. So here is the baby bag. Look to your right. I guess it would be your right. Where am I? Let me find it. Right here. Right here. See? Right here? Look at that. What is that? Dirt. 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 That's dirt. See it? I clearly see it. You can see Miss Collar up here, you know, where there's some wear and some dirt and stuff, right? That is the old one. That's when Kathy had it. That's when Kathy had it, right? All right. Here's when Can had it last night. There's Can's. Oh, that's Can's. She washed that stuff. Boom. She washed that stuff. Didn't she? Clear as day. Clear as day. I'm trying to. Let me see here. Because this house the way that it was all the time, you know, here's little Summer. And look here. This is downstairs. Oh, this is downstairs, right? This is downstairs. Just film on the door. Look, you can't see outside either. And look at this wall. Look at all the fabric. Look at this baby blanket, right? Everything's filthy. Poor Summer's hands are filthy. I mean, look at it. I get it. I was raised a country kid. We got dirty at times. We got dirty, we played, but we were clean when we weren't playing. And everything around us was clean. You know, look at the walls. Just absolutely full of trash. You know, just very sad that's the way it worked with them. Isn't it? Hold on, let me find this. So yes, this is it. Let's compare the two again. Kathy's bag, when Kathy had it, when she was showing it, Canduce never mentioned it. It does, Boucher. You're right. Don went to the shed first to pick up the boys because Grandis and Candace told the boys to go down there to meet their daddy. JSB messed that up for them because she was there. Don went to the shed before to pick up the boys because Grandis and Candace told the boys to go down there to meet their daddy. Interesting. I can see that. Right? There's dirt. Dirt right through here. Look at there. Look at there. Don't see any dirt there, do you? She washed everything, in my opinion. It's clear to see. Remember, Candace said she washed stuff that day. I mean, I don't know what she washed. Don't know what she washed. But, you know, anytime in true crime, you know, they usually check the washer and dryer and see if anything was washed and all that. I don't know if Hawkins County TBI did anything. Yep, it's the same bag. It's the same bag. All right. Let's get back to Miss Kathy here.
So you brought all this stuff over here. You put it in my shed. You don't mention it. Ask about it. Nothing until now. That's fucked up.
Come on, guys. Let's get a 500 thumbs up. 500 thumbs up. Come on.
So don't be telling people you came by my house and knocked and I didn't answer the door when I was here hunting Easter eggs with the family from out of town.
That's another lie Candace said.
You hadn't asked me ever, not one time, about any of this stuff. You asked someone just a few days ago if they would pick it up for you. You pick it up. I'll be glad to take everything to the sheriff's department. Sure will.
And that's what, you know, personally I thought, and I think a lot of people thought that this went to the sheriff's department.
I'm not going to keep your missing child stuff. I never said I would. But you never asked for it. So what am I supposed to do? Trash it? Hell no, I'm not going to trash it. Please stop mentioning law enforcement. Like I said, law enforcement, the visit, the conversation, anything that happened and was.
Yes, law enforcement said, I guess the stuff is irrelevant. Now it is. Yeah. After 2 years and it's sitting in a box and being transported different places, yes. But for the life of me, on June 15th, I cannot see that being irrelevant. At the very least, for the scent dogs,
spoke about
I'm not going hard on Kathy or anything like that. I'm not saying
is
that.
going to stay.
You know, I mean, at the end of the day, this was Canduce and Dawn's doing at the end of the day, because they should have given it there, that day.
Between me and law enforcement. And Canduce has lied and used him for years, and she has kids with him. No surprise she lies and uses everyone else. That's not my opinion. That's fact. Well, Scott H., look, for almost 2 years now, I've learned a whole lot of lessons. A whole lot of lessons. And like I said in my last live, would it change the person I am? No, because I would still help people. I would probably still do the same thing again. But I would I do things different? Yeah. Yeah.
I think a lot of people would.
Marlena, as far as that goes, yeah, I can't say that for sure. I'm aware of what they have and they have not done. And actions speak very clearly. Actions speak very clearly. Hey, Smiley. Whoopsie daisy. Someone said they was going to contact me. Well, they can like I said, I don't check emails very often. So if somebody contacted me, I probably haven't seen it. See something, say something. The first comment, I will agree with. The very first statement. So she didn't know how to be one. I'm going to.
Sepsis,
yes.
Hope you're feeling good.
You got to wonder why she never talks about that day, even to you. I wonder a lot. I wonder a lot of things. A whole lot of things now. Lots of things I wonder now. And I still haven't talked to her since the day that I blocked her when she had something ugly to say about what Addison was doing. And that's unforgivable. You supposedly love Addison so much. The door. Right. I just I addressed that. And I showed a message that she sent me saying that she was in the area on Easter and she called me but got no answer because she wanted to come by. So maybe that's what she meant. That she meant she called and got no answer, but she wasn't at my house because I was here with family hunting Easter eggs. I had family come from out of town. And she should have known that. Liar. So many of y'all know each other and, are good with each other and kind to each other. How it all come about, because it seems to have gotten twisted and made into what people want it to be. There's plenty of messages to show this as well. I don't like showing messages because that is personal. And I'm a person of my word. But you know what? I have learned, when I say I've learned a lot of lessons, I've trusted quite a few people. And Nana was not. She's not the only one that I have reached out to over the past almost couple years. There's other people that I've reached out to for advice, things that I've told them and was curious about, and they know who they are, and they've been, when things became overwhelming and I was questioning things, there's been.
Yeah, Kathy did not wash anything. Kathy did not wash anything. Obviously, she didn't, because she showed the pictures, and I don't think Kathy would never wash anything. I don't think. Whistle while you lurk, 3 months. Thank you so much, my love. Thank you so much. On something here. Did I play this one? Hold on 1 second. Let me make sure I'm not playing this. Okay, here we go.
I'm not holding it hostage. It's not my stuff. It's her stuff. I don't want it. She could have had it at any point in time. She's not asked for any of it once until here recently, the last couple of days, obviously. And of course, she's welcome to it. I'm not going to drive to Hawkins County.
So the main thing is, it wasn't Canduce's top priority, obviously. It wasn't. And these, I don't get it. I don't, Canduce is acting absolutely crazy last night. Jackie, thank you so much. I do appreciate you. Let me pull up. Okay, let me pull this. Bear with me, y'all. Had a headache all day. I'm sorry. Kathy's. This is when it was, dirty. Kathy obviously didn't wash it. Canduce's. It was all washed. Canduce should have given these to at least the clothes. Stop asking why she didn't take it to the law enforcement. Law enforcement knows about them. Yeah, I mean, law enforcement knows about them. It seems like I guess she called and asked law enforcement, but after being 2 years and being touched by everyone and then some, there's really not going to be anything that would hold up in court. Oh, when did you collect this? Oh, we collected it after it had been through 3 different houses, 20 different people touching it. Look at the difference in the handles. Canduce look ironed. Yes, it does. That's a good point. Here's this. Here's this one. It's definitely washed. Here's a stain right here. There's a stain right here. Stain right here. It's dirty around here. And then right here. Yeah. She said it smelled like summer after you washed it. We have hope that law enforcement would, given the opportunity, to disclose. Well, Crystal, that's what I hope and pray. However, Canduce said last night that, that it was just outside left for the dogs to tear up. I don't think law enforcement would ever. It smelled freshly washed, P said. They are, Grace. They are. You know, it feels like this was the text that Canduce text Kathy when she said she wanted to go get the bags when this first started. I tried calling you on Easter because I was just down the road from you and wanted to see y'all, but no answer. And this was based on, you know, she saying she was wanting to come and get the bag, right? Uh, are you okay? Yes, I'm fine. Donnie got his ASS chewed out by the judge for being on YouTube and the news. Now, this is the thing. Even, they wouldn't be quiet for their boys the last 2 years, right? Those kids lived in horrendous conditions, poor summer, and boys, no child deserves that kind of life. You are so correct. You're so correct. And then we have this one. Well, I spoke to the boys last night, and they told me, and the consoler, that they don't want to come back home with me and Don. And that's what they are going to tell the judge. They ended up allegedly writing the judge and telling Don, the judge, that they didn't want to go back to Don and Canduce. So we can do, you know, let me pull it up. That's not it. Give me 2 seconds, y'all. Why would these boys not want to go back to their parents? Right? That's a really rare thing.
What they're saying. It's got haters are making bank on total speculations,
Okay.
and they're also making bank out of the drama that they're
The drama. 1 second. The drama. I'm trying to find the one of last night with Jan. I got too many windows. I thought I had it pulled up. Swear I did. Okay. I do. I did have it pulled up. Sorry. I'm looking for something I already have pulled up. Perfect. Credit goes to crime. Crazy critters on the farm. Please drop her link.
Aw, Candace.
So that's her jacket. And I'm like, I guess I'm like overjoyed that I got it all back.
There's the
Yeah.
swimsuit.
There's her little swimming suit
Look at it, you guys. Look.
with her little fishy on it.
Look how pretty that is, you guys. That's
I
so
mean,
precious.
yeah, if law enforcement wanted that stuff, they would have not left it in my yard for the dogs to chew up. They would have.
Does it look like the dogs chewed it up? Do you think they would have? First of all, why would it have? Why would the clothes been outside to begin with for the dogs to chew up? That doesn't make sense. Why is she overjoyed? I mean, I was talking last night about, if you've ever lost your mom or your dad or someone you really love, you'll go to their closet or whatever and you'll smell, because everyone has their own unique, fragrance scent about them. And it it hurts so bad, because you miss them. And I don't know. That wasn't Candace last night, to say the least.
Took it with them.
Wow.
That's the way
Yeah.
I look at it.
Why, yeah. You're
And then
right.
here's a little T-shirt that she loved to wear all the time.
Oh, guys, look. Oh, my goodness. Look, you guys. Can you guys see her little T-shirt?
It says love something. I guess it just says love.
Oh, you guys. Thank you for sharing this with us, every one of us, Candace.
And then so everybody that was so concerned about the light bulb that was in there, I just wanted everybody to know that it's a homemade light bulb.
Yeah.
And it's a Christmas ornament is what it is. And they go with these lights.
Oh.
And the lights, they have
Can
two
y'all hear
functions.
that?
One is stay on, and the other one is sound activated.
Aw.
So that was her Christmas tree ornament.
Oh, that's sweet, Candace.
And
That is
then
sweet.
all her little hair ties that I love so
There's
much.
her hair ties, you guys. There's her hair ties. Baby Summer's.
It's really hard seeing those. It's really harder for me when I see Summer on her swing and she's giggling and she's having the time of her life. That's what's really hard for me. Or when she's saying her ABCs. Every little girl deserves hair bows. Every little girl does. But they shouldn't need them because you shaved their heads. And you can say respectfully, ooh, ah, precious Candace, precious this, precious that. And it doesn't change the fact of what we have seen. I'm trying to find. Hold on, I'll pull it up. I'm gonna play this. I'm just gonna go ahead and play this. Miss Kirby, thank you so much. Did Candace Wells stop and wash and iron the stuff somewhere on advice? I'm sure Kathy said the head ties was brought by Candace Wells. Makes me sick. Mm-hmm.
Hair ties.
And
Oh.
and then her little pony that was in her box when the gal that made the box for Summer,
Uh-huh.
The little horsey that was in it to go on a Christmas tree.
Oh, she would have loved that, wouldn't she?
Yeah, she's awesome. And
Oh,
then all Summer's little rings and stuff that I've bought her.
did she wear those rings?
Some of them, yeah, she loved putting jewelry on.
She was a girly girl, wasn't she?
She was a girly girl plus a little tomboy girl. But then
Yeah.
there's other little trinkets and stuff, bracelets, whatever. And then
Mm-hmm.
her little purple bracelet.
Oh,
And then, and somewhere in my stuff, I have another one that says Daddy's Girl, but this one says Mommy's Girl.
oh, I love that. That is so sweet.
And
That
then
is
there's some
sweet.
more earrings and bracelets and necklaces that I've got for her.
Oh, show them that one that wrapped around that you used to put on her wrap around her arm.
Oh,
Hmm. This is Little Summer's room. Little Summer's room. Here it is. Not even a real mattress. A futon mattress or some type. She's acting all confident here. Yeah. Aww. I mean, think about it, guys. Why is it not zooming in for me? I mean, think about it. This is something that an abandoned crack house, it looks like it comes from. This was Summer Moon Utah Wells's little room that we all love. This was her life. I mean, I can tell you most of our dog beds, animal beds are cleaner and nicer than that. That is for sure. So it wasn't the gym bag, it was the pastel. What did that say? I forgot. Nancy, thank you so much. Why does she always speak in the past tense? If I was a missing mom, that would never do this. Good question, Nancy. And the thing is, they were, it was, how does a father, after 3 hours of a child going missing, saying, you know what? If I don't see her here, I'll see her in the resurrection. They've lost so many kids and stuff to their own negligence. And I've seen this I believe from other foster, talking to other foster parents and stuff, that I don't know if they just get used to it or, and they just don't care. I don't. Seriously, was that Summer's bed? Absolutely. Yes. Yes. It is a handmade bed. Her and the youngest brother slept on. They made a couple 2x4s, and this looks like a futon mattress. You know, a futon is not actually a bed that you're supposed to, like sleep on like every day. It's more like a day bed. It's something you just kind of lounge on. But this is just, a little bit of padding. It's beyond. And this has always been my thing. At the end of the day, how does anyone support someone that treats their children like this? Don can say, well, TBI came in here and, messed it up or whatever. That's not good enough. That's an excuse, which they love. The kids didn't even have a window into their bedroom. This place is filthy. It's a dungeon. There's food wrappers, cups, food bowls with food still in it, VHS, million Legos. This basement has flooded. You can tell because there's water lines up in it. How do you support something like that? Because I get there's no such thing as perfect parents. But this is neglect. And Don and Canduce know that because they have the paper that shows them that. I can't imagine when Chris went here, and we owe him a ton of gratitude for doing this because we've learned so much about this case because of those interviews. But this is not even trying as a parent. I mean, Don slapped together some wood and put some futon. They didn't even have a fitted mattress. So there was obviously no sheets that could go on their bed and stay. They didn't even know how to sleep with a sheet on their bed. You can't put a sheet on a bed like that. And obviously you can't wash something like that. So they're just sleeping on the same thing that they slept on week after week. And obviously because the room and the home is so dirty, they're carrying that into their bed. No pillow either. No. So Don and Canduce, when the kids told you over the phone that they didn't want to come back. They allegedly wrote the judge the letter. Look at this. And you don't have to ask yourselves why. You don't have to ask yourselves why. You know why. Because you know, kids, they get their toys out and they play, and you pick them up and whatever. But there's a difference in messy and untidy than filth and neglect. There's a huge difference. Most of us in here probably have kids. And they get out their toys and they play. And, toys will be on the floor, whatever. But the surrounding room isn't dirty. It's just toys on the floor. This is filth, and it's not only filth, it is harmful and dangerous to their being. There's mold on the baseboards. Absolutely. I mean, I wish I could zoom in here a little bit more. But you can tell this basement has flooded in the not too distant past. And a window is really important, in my opinion, for a bedroom, particularly for the human brain. Being able to get natural light in the home and being able to just see outside what's going on, and to wake up of the morning and to see a sunrise or just the sun shining. It's good for your own clock in your head. Arkansas, it is worse than a jail cell. But you walk into this room that's not even really a room. It's just another part of the basement where Dawn and Canduce, Summer, and the youngest boy slept. And you walk and there's not any natural light. It's dark. It's damp. It's a dungeon. It is a dungeon. And every child deserves better. Every child deserves better. It was a trap house. It was. Because it was a trap house that just happened to have kids in it. They did their hugs with a D on it in the home. Dawn would bring random people. Canduce would. It's what they're used to. Imagine bringing a newborn home to that. Lady May, I know. This room could have never have been cleaned. It could not have ever been cleaned since Summer was born or they had ever lived there. Like, I'm sure of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, they literally could not have cleaned that. Maintaining a dwelling like the other neighbors, in my opinion. Yeah. And, you know, this is, it was do as least as possible as you can to just get by. $600 car payment, C-Star says. And you got plumbing and wiring coming straight out of the box. This is right here. Looks like one of those instant water heaters that would go in like a camper. That don't really work too well. The floors are not finished. It's literally particle board. It is a fire hazard. It is a fire hazard. Y'all, if I missed anybody, I'm so sorry. Rach, thank you so much for 4 months. In my opinion, Dawn pressed Candace. In my opinion, thank you, Justin and Mods. Yeah. Strand board. Mohawk says. Not to mention those nails coming, but in the walls, those chairs. Yeah. It's just incredibly sad. Incredibly sad. And people live like this every day. People live like this every day. And that's why, regardless, in my opinion, whether Dawn or Candace have anything to do with Summer's disappearance or not, this is not acceptable. It's not. And it's not okay. They own 11 acres, Gina. This is not okay to support. This is after it was, all the stuff was cleaned up. Look at the corners where the floor meets the wall. and I might seem like a party pooper or whatever, but I can't get on the board with, "Aw, can." No, she's an adult. She's a mother of 7 individual living, hopefully all 7 living beings. Maybe one isn't. Summer. To me, it's not a far cry to say, because of their past, their present, where they're located, it wouldn't surprise me if they are involved. Do I know that? No, I don't. I don't. But I do know that caring parents don't treat their kids like this. I do know that. I do know that there's a reason why multiple states, multiple times, multiple situations, multiple children have been taken away. We're for the victims. We're always going to be for the victims. Sometimes it's shoulder to shoulder with the parents. Like Brandy and Tyler Vaughn. Monkey Vaughn is missing 2 years today. I'm going to do a live on that later. The parents were cleared. Michael Vaughn's parents. People always say, well, they would have, Don and Canduce would have been arrested by now. Not at all. Not at all. And I also say they would have also been cleared by now. If you can't clear parents after over 2 years, investigating, that says right there that you are, in my opinion, number 1 suspect. But at the very least, very suspect from the parents or from the police, in my opinion. There's nothing more worse than someone who can't help themselves, a child, someone who is incapable of fending for themselves, being hurt, being neglected. And there's something more that it says about, in my opinion, the people who support the people that did the damage to children mentally, physically handicapped. It says a lot that people still back them up. Take away whether Don or Canduce did this. Take that away. Take it to the side. Don't even focus on that right now. This is neglect. In this photo, this is neglect. Why would any good person support that? You know, wave your flag for innocent until proven guilty. You know, I can understand that. Go for it. It still doesn't change the fact that the parents are suspect and their history doesn't help them. Oh yeah, Danica. I mean, you know, you needed a tetanus shot to step on 110 Ben Hill Road. Well, Grace, she said, actually both parents said, it's time, you know, time to put Summer on the side and focus on the boys. Well, how did that work? How did that work? Well, I spoke to the boys last night and they told me, and the consoler, that they don't want to come back home with me and Don, and that they are going to tell the judge. That's not me being mean. That's not my opinion. That is coming from Canduce herself to someone. Would you want to go to a windowless, dark, damp room that probably smells of mold and cigarettes? Or would you rather be in a nice, warm bed with windows and love and not hearing your parents fighting until one of them passes out? Like, I get it. Country people, you know, country kids. I played in dirt every day. I played with cars, made roads with the cars, got a water hose or a bucket and would make rivers and mud pies and everything. I get it. I get it. But we didn't have much growing up. But we did have a clean place growing up. We got sprayed off with the water hose outside before we went inside to take a shower. Right? And we went to our bed with clean sheets. The thread count may not have been very good, but they were clean and there was love. But here, I don't sense it. I don't feel it. This is not love. This isn't love. This is certainly not love. Even if they were clean, what about the exposure to PEDOs? Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you know, Don and Canduce and Pam, they lived in Arkansas and they certainly lived with children and the most sickest of sick child neglect, abusers. They were both out of the hands, had no safe place. No wonder the kids love to be outside on their bikes and stuff. No wonder. Pizza rolls and Mountain Dew. Yeah. No wonder. And Don, the way he it was about being tough and not showing, who could be the tougher one, between the boys and all of that. And it's okay to, teach your kids to be strong and stuff, but it's not the way he did it was just insane to me. Absolutely, where summer money does not buy love. Doesn't buy love at all. Male cat pee math. I smelled something odd around a teen I worked. They had Mountain Dew bottles. They have cleaning drinking glasses. Yeah. It's just really, really terrible. All right. I want to finish watching this.
To be a choker, but me or Summer didn't like stuff around our neck. So we would take it and we would wrap it around our wrist like this.
She wore that, you guys. She was a
And
girly
just
girl.
a little bling bling, for a little girl.
Oh yeah.
And then
Oh.
one of her little kitty cats that she loved.
Oh, did she pack that around a lot?
Yeah, she did. She carried this around all the time in her pocket. It was like, and
Oh.
I have more of these that she liked, but this was her favorite one.
Oh, that's so sweet.
And then here's another set of LED lights that I was making for another Christmas ornament for her.
Oh.
But I didn't get it. Excuse me. I didn't get a chance to put this one in a Christmas ornament yet.
Oh.
And that's the box of things that with Summers is all right here.
Oh. And it's got other clothes and stuff for hers in there too, guys.
Oh yeah.
Oh, thank
And
you,
then
Jimmy's Cake. Thank you. Welcome. Welcome to the channel.
and
God bless
then okay, I'm gonna I'm just gonna keep on going, Daisy, if you don't mind.
Yeah. You do what you got to do. This is your baby.
Her baby blankie.
There's her baby blanket, guys.
You know what? I love it. That's just one of
Oh,
them. This was her diaper bag. I know it kind of looks strange, but it was homemade,
oh. The
and
fact that
It was homemade by my great aunt.
That's the diaper bag that she was showing that appears to be washed.
oh,
And then that was the diaper bag. Well, this is the blanket that went with the diaper bag.
oh, it matches it so
Yeah, it
pretty.
matches it. Yeah.
And it's all homemade too.
It's all homemade. You can tell it's all done
That's
by a sewing machine.
wow. It's beautiful. I love that. I love
And then
that.
I don't know what my husband did with the portrait. I think he put it somewhere. I don't know. I think he hung it up
Now, I've
somewhere. I'm
seen
not
the
sure.
portrait in person myself. I seen the
Well, you got the picture of it.
yeah, yeah. So she's got all of her stuff.
I
Um,
got all the summer stuff back, and that's all I wanted back. I told Miss Kathy whatever fishing equipment or fishing poles or whatever was left in the shed, just keep it. I don't want it. I just wanted summer stuff.
exactly.
Because that was, top priority after the third time she visited there. All she wanted was summer stuff, but she, forgot it, never thought about it, never talked about it until Kathy brought it up.
Exactly.
And that's
And thank you.
how that went
Yeah.
down. And
Thank you
then
for
the box.
that is so cute. It says Yucky. It's got Paw Patrol.
And
It's
a little
got all
horsey. Oh,
a horsey and a moon and all
and then it's
that.
got
Yeah, that is exactly what I'm saying. That puts it into perspective. It's making her look like June Cleaver. Oh, little can. And it's not. Don't forget. Don't forget.
I love that, Candace.
oh, she would have loved this to death. She would have probably
Yeah.
carried it around everywhere she went.
Did she like farm animals and stuff?
She loved all kinds of animals.
Oh,
Well, we had dogs and cats, and she would. I got pictures of her carrying them around.
yeah. She's like you, Candace. She loves animals.
Yeah,
We take you down off
yeah,
sunlight.
we love our animals. That's what we do. I'm
Yes,
really tired,
absolutely.
y'all, from driving.
I'd say you are. Let me see if I can take you down from us being up here on solo. Okay, there we go. It's just me and you. Well, I thank you for sharing that because I feel like people needed to see how you felt
Uh,
about her stuff and
I told Donnie, I said, let me go
Sorry. I was saying I'm getting ready to do a case that kind of reminds me of Summer's case. And this little girl has not been found either, but she's been missing for quite a while. But they cut this little girl's hair, the family did, before she went missing. They cut her hair too. Not as short as Summer's, but they do believe family is involved. You can't be healthy in a home like those kids were in. You can't be healthy physically or mentally, emotionally. Summer's hunched over here. Both of these little girls just wanted to be princesses. No, Nana. No. Her friend's not missing. No. No, Rach. I'm talking about a different case. I'm saying I'm going to compare it with Summers. We're going to be talking about it. Her friend is not missing, no. If that's what I didn't want to make it sound like that. So look at that little girl's hair. What are you doing? How? Does someone support this? Look at all the dogs laying around. But they weren't laying around on June 15th. They were all gone away somewhere, right? Nope. They weren't. It's a lie. And I know Canduce can lie because she sat there in the back of a car doing a live and she said that that she didn't know if Jose was the real Jose on my channel. When she clearly admitted that it was Jose, that Allie said it was Jose, that Andrew said it was Jose, Andrew's brother said it was Jose, Dawn said it was Jose, and she switched it up and she lied without a beat.
Live for about 10 minutes with Miss Daisy and show everybody that I do have summer stuff and I do love and miss my daughter with everything I have.
Yes, I know.
Oh my gosh,
Thank you.
I don't want to start talking about it because even
Yeah.
coming down through the mountain and coming back up to the place, I was totally crying my eyes out.
Yeah. Yeah, I know it's a lot of memories. It's
Lots of memories.
It's hard, but we're gonna keep praying that
But
she.
I did talk to Miss Kathy today, and she showed me the stuff that they were making.
Which is adorable. Let me put you on
It's
so.
beautiful. I will never, I might have been mad at her at first, but she's making little key rings with Summer's face on it.
Beautiful.
Well, Candace, you knew that before, that's what she was making. you knew that before, that's what Kathy and her daughter was making.
Absolutely precious.
And she's passing them out to anybody and everybody.
Yes, isn't that awesome, you guys, that she's doing that for Summer and for Candace, even though her and
So
Candace, you know, had a little squall,
we
but
talked a little bit today. We cried a little bit today, and I told her, "Well, you can call me anytime you need to," and she said same. So we're okay.
well, that's good. I'm so happy about that, Candace. I am, and
Uh, I guess I'm gonna get off here and get in the shower, y'all, and go to bed. I gotta get up early and do some work,
well, you get you some rest. You've been traveling and traveling and traveling, so
and
um,
it's wore me out.
and you're wore out, absolutely wore.
I am. I'll be in chat here in a little bit, but I'm gonna go take a
Okay.
shower and get off here.
Well, thank you for sharing that with us, Candace. We
I
love
hope.
So there's that. There's that. I want to show you like maybe one more thing. Also, I had a question about this. Had a question about this.
talking to Candace. Did you all know that Candace crawled underneath the house looking for Summer, crawled up under the rafters and everything?
Could y'all hear that? Candace crawled up underneath the house and the rafters. Could y'all hear that? Let me know. Does she mean she crawled up underneath to where the dog had her puppies? Because most of it is basement of the house. When did you do that, Candace? When did you do that? Did you do that before you called the police? Did you do it after? Did you do it before you got in the car and drove down the end of Ben Hill and Simpson Loop and the church? Had she ever hid under there? Was there anything under there that could have hurt her? Hmm?
Looking for Summer. Did y'all know that she looked everywhere for Summer? There's so many people that don't know that stuff because every time Candace brings something out, you've got these people that grab it and rip it apart. And I don't blame her for not wanting to bring any more.
Most, parents have no problem telling what happened that day. They have nothing to hide. And it's not ripping it apart. It's that they don't answer questions. It is just the carbon copy that is rehearsed in their heads. Yes, Rickson. Red flag.
Out. I really don't.
Well, look, I mean, we're not even related to this case. We're just people who researched the case. And look at all the hate we're getting. If I was.
No, you're not just someone who researches the case. You're someone that invites them to your home.
Them, I would not even. I, I wouldn't trust nobody.
No.
I would be like, this is what happened. And this is what it is. This is exactly everything happened. Boom. Trev, she's always doing that. Just another day for them. What's this one? Okay. Yes. And this one right here. What is this? What is this?
Keeping the drama going with me.
Okay, wrong one. Keeping the drama going with me.
And Christine, they're making the bank.
Okay, it's the freaking rent one, same one again. Let me exit that. Okay, that's it. Okay. Bear with me, y'all. Video.
Exactly. Exactly. I wish we knew who the flash in the bushes came from. I know that still bothers me. That still bothers me. Um. Right. Exactly. Exactly. I wish we knew who the flash in the bushes came from. I know that still bothers me.
Flash in the bushes. Okay. Someone tell me about that. What does the flash in the bushes mean? What's the flash in the bushes mean? The red flash. What flash in the bushes? Exactly, Will. What's the flash in the bushes? It means a new round of lies. Yeah. This flash in the bushes, is that what was on a camera and you thought was a flash? Um, did it happen? If that's the one you're talking about where they're recording and you think you saw a flash in the bush or whatever, A, did you call the cops, Candace? Did you report it? Did you send them the video? Did you ever tell them? Bet you didn't. Because you don't like talking to them, do you? Lisa says a while back they were showing a video of the backyard and claims there was flashes in the bushes. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. That's the one I thought. Yeah. The flashes in the bushes. So this flash in the bushes, were they, spying on you after no kids were there? Is that what you're trying to say? Like, think about what you're saying. Cam and Allie saw a flash in an old video and said it was someone taking pic of Summer before kidnapping. Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. um, they would not know that a little girl is in a basement alone. And I'm sorry, but try to think like the kidnapper for a moment. And if you saw two adults outside or heard two adults outside, more or less on the same side of the door where the basement is, in the middle of broad daylight, and you're not even close to your vehicle, is that when you're going to try to kidnap someone? No, you're not going to do that. Not in the middle of the day. And also, you know something? Also, last night, Pam made a very good point, and I had never heard anyone say this. Don had allegedly the Subaru. Sometimes he says he had the Subaru, sometimes he says he doesn't. It depends what story you're listening to on June 15th. But if that was, it would certainly, if Don and Canduce didn't do it, certainly would have to be someone who knowed Don and Canduce. Nobody's going to know that there's a person up there and that Summer's up there and she's, they would certainly have to know. And if Don took the Subaru that day, they're going to know Don's vehicle is up there. Why would they go up there knowing Don's vehicle is outside, knowing the man of the house is around, and take Summer? They're not. They're less likely to do it to begin with if knowing Don is there. I thought that was a very good point. He slipped and said Candace Well drives the Suburban. Yeah. So, you got Don's truck up there. Whoever took Summer had. And I think anybody, no matter what side you're on, knows that whoever took Summer, they had to know her. Right? So why would they do it when Don's truck is up there? The car's gone. Car's gone. You would think Candace would have the kids in the Subaru, right? So the dogs were gone to the spa on that day too. Yes. Yeah, they were in Hawaii. Dogs were in Hawaii. Aluminum on the windows, Don Wells. Door locked when he left. Candace Wells, no one in and no one out. Couch in front of the door. Yeah. Yeah. Don Wells was home for sure. Well, I think he was at some point that day. Definitely. They won't talk about it though. They don't like to talk about that, do they? And this shows you the shadiness of these people. And that's why people can't stand shoulder to shoulder with them. It's because they're deceptive. Absolutely deceptive. Ask Mary, Dawn was there. Yeah. Yeah. Well, Mary said Dawn told them that they signed rights, to avoid being prosecuted, because that's what they do. Yes, I'm fine. Donnie got his ass chewed out by the judge for being on YouTube and the news. Well, I spoke to the boys last night and they told me and the consoler that they don't want to come back home with me and Don, and that's what they are going to tell the judge. So they write him a letter. If Don was there, the pings would show it. Well, potentially. Now, if it was a planned out event, phones could have been off, but I don't think things started happening until 3:00 that day. 3:00, because Don says, oh, all three, Don's, Canduce's, and Grandice's, the three adults living at 110 Ben Hill, all of their phones were magically deleted from 3 on, or from 3 to 6 or 6:30. That's convenient when all they do is download. They don't erase anything from your phones. They just make a copy of it. Interesting, isn't it? Those time frames, that is crucial to Summer Wells going missing. I think if it wasn't for their location and their phone data stuff, because of their location, I think this would probably already be solved. Justin, your opinion, please. If someone had actually came to the basement door on Summers, wouldn't you have screamed or ran up the stairs? I mean, I think so, but you got to remember, it was 2 minutes, right? 2 minutes. So think about that. Canduce halfway walks Summer over to the home from the camper, which she can clearly see the door open because it's just feet away. And she said that they had the door open because it was hot. She halfway walks her over and tells one of the boys, keep an eye on your sister Summer. I'm going to go fix Grandma's knee. Okay. Why would you, if you're going to help your mom's knee brace, do you really need someone to look out after your sister for 2 minutes? It's 2 minutes. She's going to be there with the other kids the entire time, unless Canduce went somewhere and was gone a lot longer than 2 minutes. But go watch, keep an eye on your sister. I'm going to fix Grandma's knee brace. So she fixed Grandma's knee brace. And after She fixes grandma's knee brace, which is 2 minutes. She goes and says, "Where's your sister?" "Oh, Mom, she went downstairs to go play with her toys." She yells at the top of the stairs and says, "Summer." No answer. No answer. So she goes down to the bottom of the stairs and she said, she looks everywhere, looks everywhere. And when I started talking about this, about, you know, going about the story of what happened that day about going down the stairs and Grandis's knee brace, that took 2 minutes. And I haven't even finished the story yet. And that took 2 minutes. I couldn't even get the story out, but yet you want me to believe that all of this happened and you was over there 2 minutes and she said she was going downstairs and someone abducted her and you immediately started looking and you didn't see her. That was 2 minutes. And I didn't even finish the story. Think about it. Canduce doesn't know whether the door is open or closed. Well, you would walk downstairs and be like, "Oh, the door's wide open. Maybe she went outside. Maybe she's at her swing." Not, "I know for sure she would never go off or anything. I know she's abducted." Not going to happen. Guys, I love you all. I am right at 2 hours. I'm going to come back later. We're going to be talking about Michael Monkey Vaughn tonight. It is 2-year sad anniversary of his disappearance. He has wonderful parents. God bless them. We're going to talk about that. But we're also going to talk about another case that happened 40 years ago. A child went missing, that laws were created about the same day, which is today, Michael went missing. So I'll be back in a little bit, probably about 9:30 Eastern, 10 o'clock. We're going to go do some family stuff and all that with my mother-in-law and all that. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. I love you all. God bless each and every one of you. Justice for Summer Moon Utah Wells and justice for Michael Monkey Vaughn. God bless.